So thank you very much for the awards. As we head into the shorter stuff, we move over to the women 12 and under 100 butterfly. 3 competitors in the pool. We've got Marafe, Haya and Chang. Botswana, Malawi and Botswana. And they will take each other on in this, the 100-meter butterfly. 2 laps. Here's the first of 2. Out in the front. Over in lane 5, we've got Ji-Yun Chang. First to the turn. She makes her way through to the finish. Impressive stuff so far from Ji-Yun Chang. Local favorite from Botswana. Over in the middle, we've got Chisomo Haya from Malawi. And on the far end, as far as I'm concerned, it's in lane 3. Naledi Marefa from Botswana. But Ji-Yun Chang looking very strong. And as I say that, it looked to be slowing down somewhat. Quite a bit, in fact. Well, this could be quite a fight to the end, especially when it comes to second and third. But I think Chang certainly has done enough to get to the end. Let's see that form. She certainly is slowing. But Chang will make it through. And Chang gets the victory for Botswana. Congratulations to her. Quickly introduce my guest, Jean-Michael Leitner from Namibia. He's heads up the coaching side of things. And Jean, thanks so much for joining us. You must be very proud with how things are going at the moment. Namibia doing exceptionally well in the pool.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for having me. So far the gala has been going really well and we're excited to be here. Competition has been tough, but good competition, healthy competition for the young swimmers that we have brought. And yeah.
Geez, looking at some of the records that have been broken over the last couple of days, one man stands out loud and proud. 3 records broken already. Oliver Durant, man, tell us about him.
Yo, he's some special talent, eh? I was on tour with him for the last 3 years, and every tour I've been on with him, he's just been improving and improving. His technique is awesome. His underwater is from the start. There's basically nothing you can change anymore. And if you speak to his coach Janes, he's one of my assistants here. The work rate and the workload that he puts in is phenomenal for such a young boy.
Well, I know you're going to be keeping your eye on proceedings. This is Heat 2 of 3. The third heat will feature a couple of Namibians. As we look over to Heat 2, taking to the pool over in lane 4. Keep an eye out for Uganda's Amelia Mudanye. Also in lane 5, we've got Valvicia Silva, and she is from Angola. As things stand at the moment, it is lane 4 leading the way in Mudanye. Looking pretty good, looking pretty strong. Nice form. I've been impressed with the youngsters. The way that they manage butterfly, of course, it's not the easiest stroke to master, but yeah, they're looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of work, eh? You have to add in a lot of butterfly sets into your program for them to do that 2 laps comfortably, because you don't want them ending up dying that last 25, because then it doesn't look good on the club and or on the swimmer.
Well, leading proceedings right now is Yunus Ramdun from Mauritius. Mauritius also had a fairly good day yesterday in the pool. Spoken about Namibia, Zimbabwe dominating matters when it came to the relays. We saw a couple of the medal ceremonies earlier, including a record that was shattered. But as things stand at the moment, it is Ramdun leading the way over in lane 6, and she is fairly far ahead of her next best challenger in lane 5, Valvicia Silva. But it is Ramdun at the moment, slowing down somewhat, but she will make it to the finish. Good win there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Good.
Tell us more about Namibian swimming. I know that, you know, a lot of the cases where you have someone as talented as Oliver Durant, they tend to leave, maybe go up to the States or somewhere, study varsity, and only represent the country by name only, theoretically, not having set foot in the country over the last couple of years. That's not the case with a lot of your stars.
Yeah, so surely Namibian swimming is still quite small in terms of the competitive population. So we as a swimming clubs in Windhoek and all over Namibia, our mission is now to develop more numbers, and then so that helps the competition. In terms of stars like Oliver, they obviously once they're done with high school, they leave for the States. Like my assistant coach, Janis Techiades, who's here, his daughter is now leaving at the end of the year.
Yeah, man, jeez, what a find she is.
Yeah, well, she's also some amazing talent.
And it always astounds me every time I go back, the size of the country compared to the population. You've only got 2 million people, yet you're only a little bit smaller than South Africa, size-wise. Yet you are able to produce sporting talent across the board, and swimming is no exception.
Yeah, so exactly. What we do here in Windhoek is we approach a lot of the kindergartens, and that's when we start scouting the talent from those young ages, and then we work with them step by step, progressing them, first working on the technique, because once the technique is good, then you can start pushing them and training them harder.
I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I do want to keep you for the next race, because we've got Heat 2 of 2 coming up, where we've got Oliver Durant taking part again in lane 4. Shock, horror, shock. But as things stand right now, we're in Heat 1 of 2 in the men's 12 and under 100 butterfly, going into the second lap, and it's Seesaw who's leading the way. Nathan Seesaw from Botswana, and he's just ahead of Seunguba, that's from Uganda. It's a very, very tight contest as we speak right now. Keeping our eye on Seesaw, and you can hear the crowd starting to make their presence felt, rightly so, because it's the baby blue cap of the man from Botswana out in front, only just because look out for Seunguba over in lane 2. He's trying to get an edge ahead. Can he do so? Oh, it's all about stamina, it's about perseverance, it's about determination. Looks like the local favorite certainly has it in the bag, or does he? Slowing down, but he will make it to the wall. Only just, he grabs the victory. Seesaw 125.95 ahead of Seunguba, with Furtado finishing in third place. Furtado from Angola. Wow, it's amazing the stamina it requires for butterfly. They slow down exponentially towards the end.
I tell you, that one eats at you. If you don't train properly for that event, you will end up looking like a fish that's about to drown. So.
And for the layman out there, in terms of butterfly, I mean, it is something you really need to train at, like you said. But I mean, for someone who's just learning swimming, so for instance me, I've just learned it, freestyle just came naturally. Butterfly is extremely unnatural.
Yes.
Yet it makes such a visual, visually, it's incredibly exciting to watch.
It's a pleasure to watch. It's such a beautiful stroke. And if you can swim it properly, like watch Oliver Durant now, you'll see his technique is beautiful. And just watch and have a look. So once you get that right, then butterfly will come to you naturally. Yeah, no, even if you speak to him and you speak to him about his goals are just amazing.
So let's join the action now. It's Heat 2 of 2 in the men's 12 and under 100 butterfly. Oliver Durant for Namibia broke 3 records over the course of the last 2 days. Can he grab another? The record stands at 106.20, set in 2017. And away they go. Oliver Durant, not the first in the water. Good form, the man in front, currently in third, Junior Kietzile. He was superb yesterday, in fact. Absolutely brilliant. Also broke a record in the butterfly. Kietzile well out in front. It's going to be tight.
No, that kid from Botswana yesterday, the 50 fly, he really gave us quite a shock there. Eh?
Yeah, well, it looks like he is dominating matters at the moment. It's going to be interesting for the second and final lap. There goes Kietzile at the turn, well out in front. He was very good yesterday in the 50 fly, breaking the record. Can he hold out for 2 laps? It certainly looks like he can. Look at this. This is an astounding performance. That being said, though,
that is
Oliver Durant starting to make his comeback, but Kietzile out in front. Wow,
I think Oliver will catch him. Come on.
Here goes Oliver. Jeez, this is going to be exciting. Watch Kietzile slowing down now. Here comes Durant.
Here comes Oliver, come.
And this we're talking about the stamina. Oliver, here he comes. He overtakes Kietzile. The Botswana fans aren't happy about that, but I can tell you what, my co-commentator certainly is.
Yeah,
here goes Oliver Durant. Wow!
Wow, that is simply amazing, eh?
Yeah, that
Look
was
at
good.
that.
And what is his time? 109.41. Looking at the record, It's quite a bit off the record. It was 106.20, still set in 2017, but he's still got plenty of time in which to break many more records. Wow, how was that?
That was one heck of a race, huh?
No,
It's all about strategizing.
Yeah, man. I mean, you spoke about the finish, and if you go full out in the first 50, you've got to be able to keep that stamina. You've got to be able to be fit enough, because it is so torturous on the body, the way that butterfly works. And there we see Oliver Durant grabbing the win, 109.41, well clear of Junior Kietzile. But Junior proving why he was so good in the 50 yesterday. For someone like Junior, I mean, I know you don't want to give the opposition tips, so to speak.